Hey everybody, Mystic Mark here. I'm here with Heidi from Divine Charts with the Night Owls, and we're live. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
So we'll give everybody a few moments to jump in here. And it's been a while since we've had a live, so we're really excited about tonight. We'll also have Clairvoyantly Colleen will be joining us here in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking forward to getting some questions from the chat room, doing some readings from there, and then hopefully
Hey,
having
Paula.
some fun discussions along the way. Hi Paula, how you doing? Welcome back. Hey April.
Hey, April.
All right, so
Yay.
hopefully the chat as the comments come in, I can get the timing down because sometimes it's hard. Like you talk and then you hear it like delayed for like 15, 20 seconds.
Hi, Renelle.
Hey
There's
Renell, how you
Renelle.
doing?
Hi, Kara.
All right,
Nice.
really
Yeah, we're seeing people.
Hey,
There they're coming.
there you go.
Hi, Gary. Good to see you, Paula. Very fun.
So yeah, it's been a while since we had one of these. So we figured, we took a month and a half, almost 2 months off, take a break for a little while, and now the fall's upon us. So we figured what better occasion than to jump on right before Halloween. So hopefully we got some good Halloween plans going. And we got A Hope.
Yeah, that might be new. Don't know who that is. That's fun.
Right.
So are you taking the kids trick-or-treating? Are you dressing up for Halloween?
Yeah, we usually take them out trick or treating. It's always a challenge finding a good neighborhood to do it in, but there's a new neighborhood we're going to be in, and it usually has quite a few kids. I grew up with it. I know a lot of people probably don't believe in like trick or treating or Halloween, but it's something I grew up. I think it's fun to dress up, and also like once you kind of dive into metaphysics, you see how it's like the night where the veil is the thinnest. They always, I think, historically, people used to dress up on Halloween to kind of disguise themselves from the living, to kind of blend in with the dead. So there's like a interesting history there. I think it's called Samhain or something close to that.
No, no. Hi, Stacy. Welcome. Yay, we got somebody new from TikTok. Very cool.
There we go. Nice.
Nice.
I gotta jump back on TikTok. TikTok's fun.
Paula like trick-or-treating. Okay, so confession here with my stellium and Capricorn. I don't like dressing up, and I've got 3 Aquarian children, and they love dressing up. So they're good for me. And they're in high school now, and they still, Paula got it. So on. Yeah, they still want to go trick-or-treating, and I'm just like, bah humbug.
Yeah. When I was a kid, like I always didn't have like the big elaborate costumes that you see all the kids wearing. I remember me and my brother, we used to dress up like, I think like the go-to costume that you didn't need to buy at the store was like a homeless person or
Oh,
a
jeez.
vagrant. And we used to get like markers and put like a fake beard on us and just wear like dirty clothes. It was like hobo. I guess hobo is probably the better term for it. But we used to go out with like pillowcases and go around town and fill up like 2 sacks apiece. Growing up in the military, there was houses everywhere.
Well, what I'm happy about is that astrologically, the energies are going to be so much better by this Saturday. So Halloween actually should be safer this year. It should be it should be a very good experience for everyone. So yay to that, because we've been through some crazy energies lately. So yeah.
It's been pretty crazy for sure.
So I'm getting a few spirits showing up. Should we take some questions? See if people want to start reading?
Yeah, jump in.
Yeah, I've got a female here. Let's start the questions, guys. If you have a question, you're wanting to know anything, put it in the chat. I've had a female here for a couple minutes, so hopefully I can isolate who she is for somebody. Hi, Christine. I see Stacy Purivi Gandhi. Cool name. All right. Well, I'm just going to pick somebody. Paula, let's do an update on you. I know you're in New York and you're working on Paula. If anybody is on Instagram, you might want to follow Paula. She's a professional bartender, and she makes these original amazing drinks. She's got some great pictures. So
and New York is one of the best places I've ever celebrated Halloween, by the way. New York and New Orleans, for some reason, are just off the hook when it comes to Halloween. They go crazy.
Yeah. So Paula, the six of wands and the ace of pentacles popped out upside down. So have there been new projects that have been slow to get off the ground? Just curious. And for anybody who's interested, I have a mother figure with me here. I don't know who she's for, but there is a woman who's been here and I'm getting mom vibes. Paula, yeah, okay. So, all right, let me get clarification for you, Paula. All right, I got the Wheel of Fortune. So whatever's happening, it's a little bit karmic and you're just going to have to write it out. Okay, the eclipses are like a reset. We've gone through all these intense energies and okay. All right, Stacey, great. So we have all these intense energies that are winding up and then we're going, guys, we're going to have, oh, Kara too. Okay. We have a solar eclipse, a solar eclipse on December 4th, but before that we have a partial lunar eclipse in Taurus on November 19th. So those are reset times, guys. Okay, so we'll see Stacey and Kara. I'll figure out who she's for. All right, Paula, so hopefully the eclipses are going to bring in some new ones. If I get a moment, I'll check your astrology chart too, because I've got that. So
Mark, I'm seeing with Paula that there's different opportunities. You got a complex decision. I know you've been looking for different places to work with recently. They're basically saying that you need to continue doing research on making the best decision on what options are presented with you, and and move forward with it. But I feel like right now things are starting to build up. Hopefully, this is something there you go. So should I still wait this job out? Still delayed. I would say continue waiting until something drops into your lap that's a better opportunity. So yeah, still wait until something better comes along.
I have three people who have moms who have passed so far. So yeah. Ladies, here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a woman with blonde hair, but it looks like it may have been dyed. She looks like she's in her 50s or 60s, and I'm seeing a necklace, like a beautiful necklace she would have worn. Does that sound like anybody's mother? We can narrow it down. We've got, oh, and Renelle. Yeah, there's Renelle. A lot of moms. Nope, no one's claiming it. Let me see what I got here. She may have smoked. That's okay. Okay, there's Paula. She's getting some side work.
Yeah.
All right, good. Stacey, your mom had curly short hair? Okay. All right, good. So let me focus in on that. Stacey, do you have a son? Can you let me know if you have a son? She's bringing up a child. Oh, that's me.
So whoever's mom, I'm getting there's a feeling here that in this time that after the mom's passed, there needs to be some healing associated with the father, but they're referencing specifically the time to forgive themselves and others. So there's some stuff that went down with this mom. I think there was some unfinished business. There were some events that took place that caused a lot of pain, maybe, in the past, of course, but, between the relationship, it was, you guys weren't able to like release it in time. So it's important that you release it now and don't hold on to that. Let's see here. Yes. Stacey's resonating with something you said, Heidi, saying her mother.
Yeah.
No kids.
Stacey, do you want kids? Can you clarify, Stacey, if you want kids? And we're going to get to everybody else, everyone else with the mom energy. We're going to try to get to everybody. But Stacey, can you clarify, or do you want kids? Oh,
how you doing, outside Tarot? Thank you, buddy.
Hi. Stacey, she's telling me something's going on at work. She just brought up work now. Okay. All right. Okay, so this is no promises, but her bringing in a small child energy, she's acknowledging that desire. So hopefully that's something that she's showing for the future, but no guarantee there. But she's also bringing up work. Is something going on at work? Like there's a decision that needs to be made. Let's see here, whom else? And guys, if you have questions, make sure to type in your questions if you're trying to connect to somebody, because sometimes the spirits are shy. We need to invite them in.
Yeah, we'll try to we'll try to scan through them as we go. Sometimes
Yeah,
the comments are delayed, so we don't get them right away. But like, I'll keep looking through.
cool. Yeah, like Christine. Yeah, everybody. There's a few people who have mothers on the other side. Okay, let me see what else I can bring in. Okay.
I was getting before though. There's somebody who has some like unfinished business, some bad blood with their mom. Somebody that there was like some drama, so to speak. So when they passed, I'm looking for somebody who had a tough situation with their mom before they passed. Comments are delayed. They sure are, Stacy.
Yeah, they are. It's kind of frustrating.
Yeah, I wish it was like real time. I wish I could see it as people are typing.
Christine, are you going through a decision right now where you're in a relationship and you're not sure whether to commit or to stay independent? Christine, if you can let me know. We've got Julie here. My mom passed away 5 weeks ago, and I'm hoping that she is doing good. Okay.
Hey, Nicole.
Yeah, so sorry to hear that. Hi, Nicole. Yeah, Julie, we're very sorry for your loss. Julie, I have someone stepping forward now who has brown hair, but she's a little bit heavier set. Okay. But we patched it up before she passed. Mark, did you see that? You just got it.
Oh, there you go, Christine Chewy. Okay, well that's good. I feel like whoever. So I'm getting directly this card right here. It's the Three of Air, and it just kind of when I see this, it shows me like this little horse that's being consoled by the two like parents. So I feel like in this time of passing, you were drawn to different family members. It could have been a father figure, or maybe even like if your parents are divorced, it could have been a stepfather. Somebody was there to console you, but the most important thing is patching up whatever bad blood existed between you and your mother. So if you actually patched it up before she passed, that's great news. I think that's one of the most important things that she was probably trying to convey in this moment is like, don't hold on to that negativity that surrounded your relationship at that time. So, she's just pointing that out. Whoever it was definitely is happy that you're no longer in that negative space. But they're talking about like forgiving yourself and others, right? So if there's any, it sounds like your mother and you have been able to patch things up, but don't hold on to the negativity yourself too, because I'm sure a lot of the times we blame ourselves for a lot of problems that occurred. Let's see here. Oh, and who was it? I think it was the other. It's funny trying to catch up to these. All right, so Julie Judd. My mom passed away about 5 weeks ago, and I'm hoping that she's doing wonderful. Do you get anything from her? So, Julie, I'm getting this strong feeling that either you are or are actively trying to get pregnant or trying to expand your family. I'm seeing like a child in my mind. So that tells me that she could just be just passing along that you might have some good news coming your way in that regard, or at least she's supporting you in that effort. So really, if you are actively trying to expand your family, please validate that if possible.
Good. And then I pulled some cards for April. April, did you recently have someone express some love to you? You've been kind of waiting to see what happens. There's been some kind of burden in your love life. That's kind of what message I'm getting here. There's been some kind of heartbreak in your life. Can you validate any of that for me? And then I'm going to tap in and see if I can get some energies for a couple other people here. But I'm showing that someone has expressed some love to you in recently, April, and you're just kind of waiting to see if it's safe or not. So, all right.
And how do you tell how many people are in here? I can't see.
I know, I can't see. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Purvi, I think I might have a man here for you.
18 people in here, it looks like, or at least 18
that's awesome.
Been on at one point. So there's 9 people from Facebook and 9 people from YouTube. All right, that's not bad.
Okay.
There's one of 2. All right.
Good news. Colleen is almost done. She'll be with us shortly. Guys, when we get another person on here, it's going to fly. So please stick with us. I see 11 on the chat. Okay. Purvi, I have a man here. I would say like grandfather. Okay, April's in a committed relationship. Okay, then it could be work related. Julie, do you see Julie's message? But Purvi, I have a grandfather figure here. Um,
Oh, geez. So, Julie, if you're 59 and you're not having kids, then there could be somebody in your life. Maybe you have a child, or there might be a grandchild on the way. I just saw the image of a child in my mind. So, at 59, I'm sure you're probably way past that part of your life.
yeah. Purvi, I'm seeing that it might be your mom's dad. If you can validate that for me, please. I'm getting mom's dad. Thin. I'm getting like a thin person. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. Um, oh wow. Was he Purvi, can you let me know if he is she's laughing. Purvi, can you let me know if he was religious at all? I'm getting the impression that he may have like had some religion there too. I want to go back to April. April, has there been a burden at work? Can you get back to me about, may not be relationship oriented, but it might be work related, because I did get some burdens and some heartache at some area of your life, and it could be a new project. It could have to do with work. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Porterby. Excellent. He was. All right. Because I'm seeing this a lot, and I'm actually like seeing beads on him, which is really interesting. So I'll let you know if he has a message that comes through, but he's here and he's acknowledging it. Wow. Okay, but he followed a Hindu. That's kind of the vibe. I can almost smell like incense a little bit too, which is really interesting. Yeah, he doesn't. I'm sorry to say this. I'm not hearing a message, but he's here and he's acknowledging you. But he's bringing up a girl. There's a woman he's bringing up. I don't know what that means. I'll try to get more from him. Mark, do you have anything?
I'm not picking up anything on Purvy's side.
But anybody else? Will I try to get something clear from him?
Yeah.
Okay. Mark, did you see what Julie wrote? That's pretty good. I feel like I've been acting like a child.
Since my mom passed being reckless in life and I don't know why. Okay. Well, I mean, that's a connection. I just dropped a card.
All right, April, yes, that fit the what I saw. Yes. That does fit. Thank you. Okay. So let me see moving forward. All right, so April, don't give up. Okay, because you've got you do have good things coming in. So please make sure you're not giving up on the business, on future with things. I think you have some good things heading your way. So hang in there. I got 2 very positive cards for you. All right. Good. All right.
So Julie, really quick, while I was trying to connect further, are you having a moment? Is there a person that you've like a really, really close friend that you've been having some problems with them though, like almost like a falling out of sorts? Because I'm being pushed to tell you from your guides that like you should be seeking positive resolution to whatever's going on between this other person. It could be a male or a female, but this is someone that you've been close to for a while. And they're also saying that there's like a creative like connection between the two of you, and you need to like recognize this other person. So I feel like this other person's not really feeling appreciated in some way. They're talking about being like a team player of sorts. So they're just identifying that there's a relationship in your life that needs to be patched up.
All right, Kimberly Wright, I'm working on your question, and I'm just going to tell you what I saw right off the bat. And I know it sounds cliche, but this is what I saw. I saw a butterfly. And if you're seeing butterflies, that is a sign. And I don't know if you know of a small child, maybe like a little girl who has passed, but I have a young child energy when I started focusing on your energy. And I'm also being shown that you're going to get a lot of clarification from your spirit guides and meditation. I got a card here with Archangel Raziel, And if you don't know, he is like the mentor, the spiritual mentor of the archangels. So it would, Colleen, hey girl.
Hi guys.
I'm wrapping up, pop in. Okay, guys, we're really going to fly now. So Kimberly, if you are meditating, if you're taking the time to do that, please try to connect to your spirit guides and get information there. But I'm showing right now butterflies. But what I really need is, can you please validate if a small child has passed? If you know of a small little girl, is what I'm seeing. And I'll keep working on it. April, you're very welcome.
We should jump onto Owl's Eye Tarot. He has like a pretty intense situation going on.
Okay.
So this is a dear friend of mine went missing in September, and her body was just pulled from the river yesterday. I was wondering if there was any tell me about this tragic situation. That's awful. I'm really, really sorry to hear about that. First thing that pops into my mind with this is she was keeping some pretty rough company. I don't know. I feel like there was people around her that didn't have her best of intentions. So I think the starting point there is she was hanging out with the wrong crowd. Were you guys picking up anything else on this?
When I first read it, my stomach dropped and I felt really like sick to my stomach and a lot of nerves. I don't know what she's specifically wanting to know, but I just know for a fact this woman had a lot of nerves in her stomach in that moment.
Stardust C, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Jonathan Warren, we're working on it. And then Kimberly, can you just, okay, maybe a little bit of your energy too. Wow, okay. Not that I'm aware of, little girl. Okay, if anybody knows of a little girl that passed, please let me know, because I've got a little girl here. Okay.
Did she, Owl's Eye, I don't want to get too personal here, but was she into drugs and alcohol? Because I'm getting the feeling that there was like a panic kind of situation. She could have been hanging out with some people, partaking in something, and something went astray, and she could have had an accident, and she just wasn't surrounded by the right people. Like they didn't retrieve her, and they panicked. I don't know. I get the feeling that it was just like a really, really unfortunate circumstance that caused this to occur, and they were too scared for their own eyes to like say anything or go to the police because they're probably doing something that they weren't proud of. I get the feeling that there was panic. I'm getting like the anxiety, anxious feeling, a lot of panic surrounding in my mind right now.
Yeah, I felt like there was a lot of panic too. I feel like there was a guy there with her. So I don't know if they were out just having fun or I don't know. I see two different things going on.
Nicole is chatting in. It's awesome.
Teenage boy surrounds that. Did a younger male find her or have a son that age? Okay.
Real quickly, Stephanie under Jonathan Warren, can you just validate that you have a reason to celebrate right now? And if possibly you got out of a recent relationship, I'll wait for that response while Colleen and Mark help other people.
Okay, guys, so let's see. My friend's grandmother passed away a few months ago. Did you guys read this one? The same day she was born. I don't know if that's the little girl.
Oh, thank you, Paula. That could be. Jonathan, thank you. Okay, Stephanie, thank you.
She had a brain injury and she was trusting of the wrong people. Yeah, I feel like there's a male involved in this situation. I don't know. Something's up, but that's a tricky one to tap into, guys.
Hi, Janae. How you doing?
No reason to celebrate. I've been married for 24 years. Okay, good. All right. Thank you.
That's a long time to be married.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That's a milestone, right? Almost 25 years.
It also, Stephanie, it also could be a creative project. Was there a creative project that kind of something went awry, or let me know, but no reason. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay. So let me see. Okay, let me see if I can bring him in.
With really quick, Jonathan Warren, he's talking. As soon as you mentioned that you recently lost your father, I was seeing like those big tennis racket snowshoes, as if somebody was doing like that, like cross country, like out in the snow kind of stuff, like in Alaska. You imagine like a person walking with those tennis rackets in their feet. I don't know what that means. Maybe he was an outdoors type, or he liked to explore in the winter. But I just kept seeing those tennis rackets. Yeah, the comments are definitely delayed.
Comments are a little delayed on my end too.
Yeah, they're so delayed.
It'd be nice if they're like boom. It would be really cool if you could just push like push someone's name and then a little video popped up with them. That would make
I know, right?
easier.
Stardust. I'm going to work on Stardust C. See if there are any birthday messages from her spirit guides or deities. That's kind of cool.
Where is the one that said 24 years?
Oh, that was I think that was Jonathan Warren.
Stephanie.
Yeah,
Her name is Stephanie. It was Stephanie. I got something to celebrate for her, but hopefully she can clarify that. Okay.
Okay, so let's see.
Stardust C. Oh. Lisa Howard, Australia. Cool.
Nice. We like the Aussies.
That's right.
Yeah, Jonathan Warren, we'll try to tap into him a little bit more. I don't know. That was just the first thing that was coming to me when I was trying to zero in on you. So I'll try to pull some more information from here in a minute. There's always a reason, no matter weird it sounds or what comes out of our mouths. There's always a reason. Like they're showing us something. We just got to make the connection.
Well, for Jonathan Warren, I'm getting that he needs to get outside. So I don't know if lately he hasn't been able to, or he's really wanting to, but he definitely needs to take a mini vacation. I do see it warm. I know that it's a woman writing, but the name Jonathan Warren, whoever that's attached to, needs to go to a vacation ASAP. So I don't know if that's the spouse or if that's the son or if that's somebody, but this is for Jonathan. So maybe she can validate who that is. I don't know if it's her husband or...
Well, that's right. Stefani, not Jonathan. Okay.
Husband.
She was from her husband's account.
Definitely, it would serve you and your husband to take a vacation, couples.
Yeah.
Maybe a vacation up in Alaska doing some snowshoeing.
Yeah, right.
I feel like this is going to be a warm. So I don't know if they live somewhere warm, but they're going to. I think they need couples, nice, fun vacation. We have one in February. Where are you going, Jonathan? Or Stephanie?
Watch it be a romantic like Alaskan cruise.
Is that what you guys are getting? Oh, she has choices.
So
Costa Rica, even better.
I just got on and I'm killing it.
You go, girl.
Yeah, you're going somewhere warm.
I heard Costa Rica's pretty sweet.
Have fun. It's going to be good. If it's you and him going alone, you need to really take the time, have some deep conversations and reconnect.
If you guys take tennis lessons, then I guess I'm on to something.
Okay.
Why do you keep talking about Alaska and tennis lessons? I'm so
confused. I just the tennis rackets were like right in my face. I just kept seeing tennis rackets. It was like it wouldn't go away.
Oh. Yeah, so yeah, definitely enjoy that. Even though you're going with another couple, it's a couple, adult, romantic. Allow those feelings to flow and have those conversations with your spouse because I feel like you.
It helps. When you're with another couple, the energy, it just kind of helps the energy be more exciting when you have another couple to share everything with. I think it'll help, liven things up for you.
So Stardust, the message I have for you is that there is potentially a new financial opportunity coming along that you will need to be patient with, but you're going to be receiving some type of message that will make you very happy. You do have some incoming message about happiness, stability. I don't know if you've been waiting for this or you're wanting it, but it's coming. So that's what I'm getting from the energies. So I hope that makes sense for you.
Rock star, thank you.
Oh, Tony Morales is back.
Uh-oh, was he on earlier? Was he trolling you?
No, wasn't that the last night you had the one guy who was like running like a pinup picture of you, girl? Remember that?
Yeah, I had to tell my husband. Like, hey, this guy is rushing on me.
Jonathan Warren, you're welcome. I hope it resonated. Just let me know if it resonated. I hope so.
Lisa Howard, are you asking love life, please?
Lisa Howard, love life, please and thank you.
Oh, Tom Ford, thank you. All right, thank you. Thank you for the clarity. I can't keep all Colleen's men straight, so.
I wish. Just kidding.
Tom Ford.
Tom Ford. He's a cutie.
Sounds like a name of a bank robber or something like that. the James gang.
So, okay. So let's see. Love life. Anthony, shut up. Neither can
right, Christine Shu. Mark, do you want to take Christine Shu? You want to take one of the questions and I'll take the other?
Yeah, so I'm getting like it's another card that I literally just pulled a few minutes ago, so it's kind of interesting to me. But this card, and I don't know if this is for Christine, but it might resonate with somebody here. But I keep seeing this is like my indication that there's like a connection between two people, like people who are really, really close. So I don't know if there's anybody here who lost somebody who is like, their partner in crime or somebody they grew up with. But this the second time this card came to me, and I literally just shuffled them for like 10 minutes straight. And this could be either IDing somebody they lost that was their close friend, or there's a person right now who's having a falling out or difficulties like managing this relationship. But they're being like, this one card keeps getting brought to me, so I feel like there's somebody here who needs to hear this. It might be Jessica Ann Aguilar. She said, OMG.
Are you getting a message on this, or is it just that the person's here with them?
That's the thing. I'm trying to figure out if this person is passed and they're just reaching through to say they're okay to their best friend or soulmate, so to speak, or it could just be somebody who's having difficulty right now with their partner, whether it be best friend or lover or otherwise. Whoop, whoop. There you go, Nicole. So if anybody has anything like that,
I think you have two people in here that have that potential.
Real quickly for Christine Chu, part 2 of your question. Yes, you're going to do something with your abilities, but you need to meditate. You need to work on it. You need to do the proper techniques to work on it. And I'm working on the first part of her question.
Oh, here we go. I'm looking at Christine's now.
And Christine, I'm getting a yes for the first part. Did you guys get anything different for her?
For Christine, I was just reading hers.
I'm getting a yes and a yes, but she needs to put the work in on part 2.
Yeah, part 2. I think the thing with part 2, and this is like if I could go back in time and talk to myself, and I really do feel like this is probably one of the most important things. Just don't have any kind of crazy expectations. Like whatever people think, getting into metaphysics, whether it be a psychic medium or any of the many different talents that people can pick up and learn and practice, don't have any expectation on what you think it should be or what you want it to be. Just kind of go with the flow, and whatever is meant to happen is going to happen. So if you want to be like that little boy who sees dead people in The Sixth Sense, you're probably going to be disappointed. It's not quite the same. It's not a sci-fi movie. It's not anything like ridiculous. Everything starts off in your intuition, in your mind's eye, and then as you continue to learn how to trust those senses, they become more real. So I would just say to anybody who's in Christine's shoes, who's like trying to pursue this, don't have any crazy expectations. All right, just kind of let things build naturally.
But Mark, don't you think that like once you're into this, finding who your spirit team is critical? Like her next step is figuring out who's part of her spirit team, which angels are with her, or you know what I mean? Her parents are with her, which is amazing, but I'm sure she's got a bigger team than that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we all have like various teams at different spots of our lives, you know. So at one part of your life, you might be working with one or two different guides or angels in that particular moment, but as you shift into different parts of your life, you're gonna change things up. I think it's fun learning or trying to connect with your guides and your angels because they certainly appreciate the attention or at least the acknowledgement that you recognize them. But I think the information that they're trying to pass to you is more important than trying to have like people want to have a relationship with their guides, kind of like how we have relationships with each other here in the physical realm, but it's just not that simple. I mean, it's possible for you to kind of connect with them that way, but the information that they're trying to like teach you or the things they're trying to teach you or show you are what's most important. So just kind of open yourself up to whatever guidance comes your way.
Can I jump on real quick for the Christine? I think she was
Yeah.
asking about her abilities. She is very much connected, and she's really good at what she's starting to do. She's in the wondering phase I'm getting, but they're going to start showing her guides and everybody I think you were just talking about more and more as she goes. And I don't know if she has connected to crystals yet, but crystals are coming in and stones and nature and stuff like that is coming in for her. So please, if you haven't done that yet, get into that. Lisa Howard, I did have I don't know how to say this on live, but I did have I don't know if you're in a partnership right now, but I did have some questions surrounding that. Nothing bad. It's just I do feel like you have the potential to spice things up in a good way. I'll leave it at that because it's kind of hard to say on this live.
Come on, Colleen, details.
Are you currently in a relationship, Lisa Howard? Okay, so let me.
And Jocelyn Tablas, I'm working on a message for you. I've got Jocelyn, can you verify, are you staying home a lot and not going out because you're avoiding something? I feel like there's something that you know you need to end and you're not ending it. Can you please verify that for me? And I feel like you need to get out, like you've been home a lot and you need to face something. You're avoiding something. Married for 9 years, relationship for 14 for Lisa Howard.
There is somebody coming into your life of friendship though with a woman. Has she came into your life yet?
A troublemaker, maybe?
No, I feel like it's gonna be good. Yeah, I think it's gonna just help her spruce herself up. You know,
have some fun, let your hair down, enjoy yourself. I feel like that.
I'm gonna pull a card for Jocelyn. I don't know how to go back up to her question, so
you just go to I have the chat part in mind. I don't know if you guys can go up.
It's okay. I'll just intuitively read it so we don't have to like say nonsense. But yeah, Lisa, that's what I'm getting. I think this woman's gonna help you spice it up. I don't know if it's between you and her. I can't go that far, but I just know that you're going to have like this connection as like really good friends, and she's gonna, like you guys are gonna chat and talk and have all that type of communication, and it's gonna be really fun. And it's gonna help you open up more. Jocelyn, you don't go out much, and I don't know if you've been nervous about something because they're telling you you're gonna have a lot of success. Oh wait, where's the camera? So do you see that? What is that? A panther, guys? By itself, this is with you, and I do feel like this is a child, and I feel like you're just gonna have success being alone by yourself. Like, get outside, have adventures. How's your job going? I feel like this has to do with your job. Lisa Howard, I just made a new friend. We're getting close. All right, there you go. Have fun.
Jessica, right now, I'm going to keep going. Right now, I'm getting a big yes on the move, but I just want to do a few other things to confirm it because you got a big yes on the card. So, but let me just make sure about a few things, okay? Because you got a card that has to do with a woman who's very much in touch of her femininity and the child. And so that makes me feel like you do have your family in mind and that you can proceed. But let me just verify that for you, okay? That was for Jessica.
Change is good. I'm going to pull a card for Jessica.
All right. Hey, while you guys do that, I earlier in the session, I mentioned something about like there's these two partners or soulmates or close friends that are either they're having trouble. And I believe Janae claimed it. So Janae, if you're still here, please try to give me some context of what that meant to you. If you're currently going through something with somebody that's close to you, or if you lost somebody that you really cared about. Because it's like one of those things that are right in my face. So I feel it's worth revisiting here.
So Lisa Howard said, it's funny that I've mentioned this friend's going to bring out the fun side because she said she was showing her stilettos and teaching her how to walk in high heels.
Mm.
Get it? Have fun.
Oh, okay.
It'll be good for you.
So Janai's having a situation with her and her wife in that relationship and the closeness, and I think you just need to go revisit what made you guys fall in love in the first place. So what brought you together before you were married? Even like what was the like where'd you get your excitement from? What did you have in common? What drew you together? I think you need to revisit those pieces because your guides are they're showing me that there's like some kind of forgiveness or resolution of a conflict that needs to occur. So I think it's one of those situations where not just one of you, but both of you need to try to put your ego aside and then have compassion for the other person's position and try to work out a positive resolution. Because I know the two of you care about each other like immensely. So it's definitely in your best interest for both of you to kind of like put all the bullshit aside and try to move forward in a new light and just value your past and why you're still together or why you're together at all.
I have a message for Jocelyn. So Jocelyn, when I tap into your energy, I get like this fog around me. And what I'm being asked to share with you is that do you go for walks? Do you ever like go out in nature and go for hikes? The message I'm getting is that you need to go and move. You need to be out breathing the fresh air and you're going to get clarity when you do that. So I just had a baby, so it's tough. Okay, so Jocelyn, can you let me know that? Can you put that in the chat? If you're getting out and you're walking and you're hiking and you're in nature, that's what I'm getting. That's going to help you get some clarity with this feeling that you have of being stuck and being isolated. That's the first step. There's more to it than that, but that's the first step.
So I'm gonna go back to Jessica because I pulled
the baby. Hey, Janae just had the baby.
Oh, congrats!
We named like a few months back. Remember, Colleen?
Yeah, I just read your mom about your baby, so I hope she delivered
really? Oh shit!
Yeah.
So Colleen
with the baby, helping her. She's helping you guys at night. She told me it was really rough. So yeah, it's gonna put a little wedge between your marriage right now, because there's
oh my god,
not a balance, and that's normal with having a baby, especially for the mother. And so I would encourage you just to sleep while you can. And your mother, I'm sure, is willing to fly back out there and help you because she's excited to be a grandma. So yes, see, so she told me so.
Yeah, it honestly, it makes sense that you're having, some turbulence with your relationship, especially I remember when my wife had our kids. Oh my gosh, both times it's stressful. It's just energy and emotions is at an all-time high. It doesn't take much for the person who had the child to get upset or emotional. And also, like, even though I didn't have the kid, I was on edge too because the whole thing is just like it's a culture shock. You go from 1 minute not having any kids in the house to then having this like little human that you're like responsible for keeping alive. It's really tough, especially with the sleep deprivation and the constant like craziness and the crying and like you're serving like this little human. So it's stressful. Weather the storm. You guys would be just fine.
Colleen, what did you get for I'm not finding her? Do you think she should move? Because I got a yes.
Yeah, so I am getting for Jessica, she needs to move. And right now she is in protection mode because I got the card and there's a lot of energy around this. It's kind of hard to see, but anyways, I'll just interpret it for you. I feel like there's a lot of energy around her right now. It's a lot of turbulence, a lot of lightning, a lot of, it's a lot. And if I'm being honest, change is going to be really good. Especially with her relationship with her house and all of that. And I do feel like if she lets this energy sit, it's not going to serve her well. So if she wants to move, it's time to move. And it's telling her to take action. So yes, I agree. You need to do it. It'll be good for your relationships. It'll be good for your children. This is just like step one. of you doing something good for you and your family, and this is the change that you need. Also, I'm getting you really need to be flexible with everything that's going on. I feel like there's a lot going on with your spouse, and at the end of the day, they're just telling you to be a little more flexible with this. But you'll be fine. I promise you'll be fine. You just need to take action.
And Jocelyn, please get out and move. Please get out and walk, because I keep getting cards that show me that when you start moving and you are opening up, you're going to get ideas and things are going to improve so much. So yeah, that would be my current advice on the situation.
I think you guys will be fine, Janae. I think it's just the new parents stress. Also, you know, if you trust somebody enough for like a date night, go on a date night or do a date night in the house if you don't want, you know, anybody with the baby right now because of everything going on. So either way, you guys need to make time for each other. Renelle, I'm reading your messages. So you'll get out there. I know you will. You'll help them.
Guys, did we answer Julie Judd's follow-up about she has had opportunities? She knows when something bad will happen to somebody, but then she doesn't say anything. Did you guys?
Where was that? Was that earlier?
Yeah, it was earlier. She says, she said, I have another question. I have had many opportunities of knowing when something bad will happen to myself or others. Sometimes I do not know how to tell people, so I don't, and then I regret it.
Oh, here we go. This one right here.
Yes.
All right, let's dissect this together. Another okay, so that's premonition. That's all about like premonition and prophecy. So this is mostly about like processing the information and then coming up with the best way of delivering the message, right? Because I know a lot of the times this shit's not like it is on Long Island Medium, where you just like walk up to somebody in the deli and just start reading them. Like there is ethics involved with this, and you need permission. Most of the time, you definitely need permission. I get it. There are times where, you know, spirit is really going to want you to deliver a message and you have to make that final call. But if you're getting information about somebody and you're getting like moments of prophecy or premonition, you know, use your best judgment on how you're going to explain that to them. Like if you see in your mind, like something's going to happen to someone's child, it's probably not the best thing just to walk up and say like, oh, your child's going to be hurt. Like you got to be very careful of how you deliver the messages. And be responsible with it, because it could be very damaging to somebody if you do it the wrong way.
I would say, so yeah, you do have this ability, but always set your intention in the morning, because if you know you're able to read people on the fly, you're doing it that quickly and you're getting dreams and messages or whatever it is you're seeing and feeling. I would set the intention with pure love, because just because you see it doesn't mean you have to say it, right? Just like Mark's saying, but you know, ask your guides, you're showing me this. What am I supposed to do with this? And how do I transmute that energy? Because especially if it's all negative stuff, I don't know if it says bad. Yeah, you gotta like ask for the good, because you can throw in the good and then say, hey, just be mindful of this. So I think it's your intention of each and every time you're reading somebody. And again, I know it sounds like it's really quick for you, but you can say, hey guys, I don't want to see the dark, show me the light, and they'll start showing it to you.
Yeah, and also just to add to that, when specifically in your message you say opportunities of knowing when something bad will happen to myself or others, I want to emphasize on the word bad. You got to learn how to decipher like which messages and where they're coming from. Right. So a lot of the times when it's a negative context or something negative or dark, or, you know, somebody getting hurt, it could be coming from other places. It could be coming from your ego. That's the first place it would probably come from. Either there's someone's ego, right? And everybody has one. So don't think like, you know, it's necessarily bad, but it could also be coming from other places, right? So when you're doing this work, it's always important. And this is like a lot of mediums and psychics get a bad rap, like we're all devil worshippers or like we're evil or some shit. At the end, no, we're not. Most of us aren't, especially if we're trying to connect with like the lighter energies of love and positivity. Like a lot of the times, the people who are doing this for real are trying to connect in the right way, or at least I give the benefit of the doubt. But just it's all about your source. So if you're getting bad shit nonstop, you should stop and think about who you're trying to connect with to get the information or where it's coming from.
Colleen, can you take Corby and so I have a message for Mila. So Mila, I just want to clarify something. I'm getting the impression that there may be pressure from your father or a father figure regarding your relationships, and that's adding a lot of stress to the situation. So can you just clarify? Because I don't see a new love coming in for you until you kind of like, not necessarily stand up to your dad, but you kind of like stand your ground. Like, I don't know. I just feel like you're defending your choices with your dad.
I
Can you
feel
let
like
me know
it's
if that
also
resonates?
resolution from a previous relationship too. Like, so it's not, I mean, I'm sure whatever's going on with that previous relationship could be very well over, but there needs to be some very important closure that needs to take place. So you
Yeah,
could,
and
in other words, you could still be dealing with issues from that last relationship inside your own mind or your own heart. So it's important to work through those.
I'm seeing that you need some quiet time before the next great love comes in. I don't know how long that is, but that's what I'm seeing. And I want to clarify on the dad part.
Yeah. Pervy. I'm just getting patience. I don't know why I feel like, and I could be wrong, but your job is in and out. So I don't know what you're really doing right now, but it's calling for a lot of patience. So either you're gonna find one that you really like, or you're in one and you might be leaving it, because it's like a wishy-washy feeling for me, but they're just telling you to have patience.
I heard the word reinvent the wheel. Like, whatever it is you're doing is not what you're meant to be doing. I feel like you do it out of necessity, out of pay the bills, out of do something. But I would continue doing it. But in the meantime, reinvent the wheel. Figure out what you really want to do. At the end of the day, making money shouldn't be your motivation for working. If you really want to be happy with your career, what is it that you would genuinely be happy doing? And the money will follow. So that's what I would say. Just reinvent yourself and what you're doing and what your intentions are with your career.
Yeah, Mila validated what you said, Mark. It was about the past relationships.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Nice.
Nicole says, yes, Colleen, shouldn't be her burden. Only messages from the greatest good, love and light. Yes, always ask. Always set your intention when you want to read somebody, whether it's you walking up to the store like Teresa Caputo or you getting permission. Just always set your intention for the best healing messages.
And speaking of like Teresa, when you guys watch that show, believe it, there's producers, they're setting all that stuff up. And I'm not saying her messages aren't genuine, but like that's kind of set up. If you start walking around the streets and start delivering messages to random people, it might not go that smoothly as it does in the television show. You never know what people believe in, so just be cautious about how you do it.
That's just be cautious, Julie. And again, you're seeing it because again, you can. So it's up to your discretion if you want to go tell these people. It's all in how you're doing it. And again, set your intention every morning. So when they show you these, you'll have the right set of eyes and ears to go tell this person, because that takes a lot to tell somebody, hey, this might happen to you. Especially if you're not doing this in a professional setting. So just be careful and, good luck with that. Jocelyn, regarding love, will I meet someone anytime soon? Yeah, girl, get out there. You don't want to go outside for walks? How are you going to meet your man? Get outside. Go have some fun. And I want to show you something. Eyes of love. You see this chick? She is like love. She's seeking it and it's coming to her. So don't worry, it's coming. You just got to get outside.
Yeah. And it may be more than one. She may have more than one option too. Okay.
I see too much sometimes too. Yeah. Again, everybody, we all have gifts. It's just what you're tapping into in that moment. So for you, Paula, I would say the same thing. Whomever you look up to, say your prayers or, your affirmations and set your intentions, and they'll tell you and show you what you need to see. Well, I have another question. Will I own my own business in the near future? So when I read that, I saw flowers right away. So this shows me success, but it's like, what is the business you're getting into?
I feel like this person's trying to get into metaphysics in some sort. Like it could be a connection between their creativity and spirituality, but it's definitely something in metaphysical realm.
I heard that.
I don't know why I was seeing a bunch of flowers. So to me, this shows me you will be thriving and growing in the future. So again, what have you done?
Bye, Nicole.
Bye, Nicole.
Bye, Nicole. Hope you feel better. So I feel like, are you the angel, the Angela Gaia or Angel Agium? Sorry if I murdered that. Are you like trying to start some kind of Etsy business where you're building goods or building like some kind of like artwork or pieces? I mean, I get the feeling that it's something with your hands. That's the only thing that sticks when asking questions on here. It takes a long time to get the responses just because
I know.
You guys are great. Thank you. Let's see. So I have another question. Okay, that's you.
I think we're slowing down on the questions. And then, guys, it's been an hour. Do we want to wrap it up soon?
Yeah, we should. If anybody got any last chance for questions, we'll do our best to answer them before we sign off.
You're welcome for the
Possibly
a food truck.
Food truck. Okay, so you are creative. You're making food and all that stuff for people. Okay, food trucks I think are, I think there's some flexibility with that business, and it certainly, you could do well with it. But I believe the problem with you that I'm just getting it in the back of my mind is the front end costs of purchasing the truck and the equipment and getting all those things taken care of. So I feel like that's definitely a possibility for you, but it's going to take some discipline and pre-planning in the beginning so that you can get the front end costs to purchase the things that you need. Unless somebody's going to give you some of these things.
Bye, Gary. Thank you.
So for sure. Wait, where did the message go?
Mila. Is it Mila?
Yeah, Mila, your dad's here, but he's also with an older woman, so it would be a mother or a grandmother on his side. So is his mom passed away or is his grandmother passed away? They come in older. But anyways, he told me to tell you, you need to hold on. Just keep holding on. It's going to get better. I feel like you're struggling in more than one department. And he's just saying, yeah, my grandma. Okay, so his mom. Thank you. They're saying like it's going to get better, and don't focus so much on a partner. Like, hey, I want this man in my life. Do it for yourself, and then the partner will come.
I have a message for Kara. Kara, can you validate? I'm showing that there is a male in your life who has caused a lot of grief, and you're struggling with that, and you may be waiting for some kind of message to come in regarding him or hearing from him. Can you please validate that real quickly? Jay Blue Humming had a soulmate question.
So I'll take Jay Blue's real quick while you guys are.
Yeah, I feel like there's fighting and betrayal for Kara.
So the soulmate question, Jay Blue, just understand, I mean, everybody, they have different terms in different meetings depending on who you ask. But how I understand the word soulmate is it's almost like the word friend, right? When you're thinking about your friends in your life, that's what a soulmate is to me. All the different people that are part of your circle, your group. And correct me if I'm wrong, but if you're looking for the soulmate, you're probably, what I would say, looking for your twin flame. So you're looking for that one other half to who you are. If that's the case, then you don't always get a chance to meet that person in this lifetime. Not everybody gets a chance to meet their soulmate, and also not all soulmates are romantic. Some of your soul, like in some cases, a twin flame could be a person, that you don't have a sexual relationship with. It could be a platonic. It could be like a brother or a sister or a family member. So just, I would say, open your mind and be ready for your soulmate or twin flame to be almost anybody. As long as you have a strong connection with them and you can't be, like, once you meet them, you can't be separated from them and they're the ones that you're drawn to, stick with them. And hopefully you'll find them. But again, not everybody finds their twin flame in their lives.
Was that for Mila?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mila, you got to focus on yourself right now, though, girl. You really got to focus in. That's what your dad really wants you to do, and your grandma. But the love will come, but that's not the focus right now.
Kara, can you clarify, is your dad having is he having health issues with his heart, or is his heart broken over some type of betrayal? Because I feel like there's some kind of news or intervention coming in. Can you clarify that for me? And then Janai has an interesting question. I'm smelling food. My grandmother recently passed. I know she's around, but I'm not feeling her. How is she presenting herself to me? I'm like smelling bread. I'm smelling food.
Yeah, there could be so many different ways, Janai. I would just ask you to just be open to the different possibilities. It's not always going to come to you like psychically, like the way you would think. Like you're not always going to see the person or hear them. Just like Heidi was saying, you could smell somebody. You could just get a memory. A memory of being with them might just pop into your head. Just know that the easiest ways for spirits and angels or even God to communicate with us is through emotions, thought, memories. Those are the simplest way, and that's how more often than not that they come to us. So start there, and the more you connect with her, the more you're mindful about thinking about your grandmother through the day. Things are going to build up, and also recognize the higher positive energy you have, the more likely she's going to connect with you even more. Just as an example, I have a friend who literally dances around her house on the weekends, cleaning her house and vacuuming and like sings songs with the music blasting. And those are the times where her mother like messes with the radio station or turns on and off the TV and the appliances. So it's all about, it takes two to tango. So it's your energy as well as their intent on connecting with you. So just keep that in the back of your mind.
So I have something for Kara real quickly. Kara, I need to clarify, do you have a brother? And also let your dad know that I feel like it could be his mother, but there is a female energy that's around him that's trying to love on him and support him. But if you have a brother, I get the impression that your dad receives a lot of solace from your brother, if that makes sense. I know you're loving up on him too, but that's what I'm seeing right now. If you could clarify or justify, validate any of that.
Also, his health is fine, but it can cause physical ailments, and I feel like it's starting to really cause stress throughout his whole body, and his heart. And again, go to the doctor, get a check, but this is mental for him, and he needs to find some inner peace because I don't see this relationship being the best for him right now. Doesn't mean they're not going to stay together. They might be fighting, get a divorce, but I do feel right now it's not the best. And he needs to really start checking in inside and figure out what he needs for himself. I can't go up, so I can't see the other messages. I saw Kayla. So
is there one in particular I can pop it up for you? Because we gotta start winding down. But if there's any last messages you guys want to give,
I was gonna pull some stuff on Kayla.
I just want Kara to know that her dad is getting a lot of peace and solace from his children or from you specifically. So just love him up. That's what he needs right now is what I'm seeing. And there might even be some kind of like friendship, something he does on the side with like a partnership that brings him joy, maybe like a hobby or a group of guy friends that I'm seeing that brings him joy too. So, okay, good. Yeah, it is his mother. Good. Okay, that's what I felt. So good. Yeah. Did we answer the one question about how the grandmother is coming through? Oh, Mark, you did answer that.
Yeah. I was basically just trying to help Janai understand that it's not always what you think it's going to be. They do reach out to us. We just got to be patient and open up. Oh, and the last thing I'll add to that is absolutely like pay attention to your dreams. I know a lot of people don't remember their dreams, or at least they don't think they remember their dreams, but pay attention to your dreams because that's one of the easiest ways you're going to read messages from spirit, and you don't need to be a psychic to get those messages. Everybody typically dreams, so pay attention to your dreams.
So really quickly, I wanted to jump on and just share with Kayla that I'm really feeling into her situation, and I do feel like that it's a constant struggle mentally and physically, and you don't know which way to turn. And I can understand that, Kayla. But right now is a time for you to turn inward and seek solitude. It's best for you. It's going to be a cleansing period for you where a lot of crying, a lot of sadness, a lot of confusion. Even in those happy moments, you're still going to be upset. But I do really feel like you need to just allow these emotions to happen and to cleanse yourself. through this emotional release,
Mm-hmm.
because doors are going to be opening in a good way for you. It's just all in time, I promise.
I'm getting.
Thanks for now.
Thank you so much, Renelle, and thank you, everyone. We're getting such positive comments. I am getting that there's going to be a positive message coming in for Alana about going to Utah, that it would be a good thing. She'll be victorious in going.
So right before you said that, Heidi, the question to me, I wasn't getting much answers as much questions. And I just want to ask Alana, why are you moving to Utah? I feel like there's another person involved that's
Hey.
pulling
Read
you to
it.
Utah.
Don't ask her. Read it. He's saying, are you moving for a partner? What are you doing?
Yeah, I feel like it says you get any messages about going to Utah, but I feel like there's a male figure that's motivating you to want to go to Utah. Is that correct?
Yeah. And Kara, thank you. Yeah, love your dad up. You guys are, you're healing his heart because he's in a lot of pain right now.
So for Mello, I'm getting the company you keep. What's going on and what's the company you're keeping? You need to reevaluate your friendships and what you would consider friendships. Also, do you have a partner in your life? I see a lovely lady stepping in. You're having a lot of fun, or you're really wanting to have a lot of fun. It's coming. But yeah, for sure, you need to something's going on with your friends, and you need to really be careful around certain people. So only you would know who. I think you have feelings already about this, but I'm just seeing not the very best crowd.
Oh,
Okay.
there we
There's a
go.
guy. Yeah.
All right, I'm digging this. So she's going out there to look for crystals, and she's going to be a rock hound, it sounds like, which is awesome. And I'm totally jealous because a few times I've been crystal and rock hunting and gemstone was so much fun. It's a lot of work, but it's so rewarding when you pull a big honker out of the ground. So I'm totally jealous, and I hope you are successful in your journey. I did get the feeling there was a male involved, and it says here this guy is going to teach me and pay. So I think that's wonderful. I think there's a connection there. It might not necessarily be romantic, but clearly it's going to be something that's going to bring you happiness. So absolutely pursue it if you think this is where your path needs to take you.
Did either one of you I got something about she needs to be doing this as an independent woman. It needs to be
Yes, the man is not, he's going to show her, but she's going to go flying into that direction.
Yeah.
I think she should take the learning opportunity for what it is. But at some point, yes, she should absolutely go on her own. But I think that business is going to be all about getting different properties that you're legally allowed to hunt on and making business relationships. So just keep that in the back of your mind right now. Focus on the techniques and how to do it. But at some point, you're going to have to build business relationships and contacts for yourself so that you can do this legally without being all stressed out. Because a lot of people go around and they start digging in other people's places and they get into trouble. So be careful with that. But Utah's a big state, so I'm sure you'll find a great spot.
So the Angela says that her mom passed of cancer, and she wants to know if she has any messages. Your mom is telling me she's playing with your hair at night and your child's hair. When you pull your hair out of scrunchie and it's all matted up because you're sleeping, she's kind of taking out the knots in the baby's hair, trying to break them all up. And she's trying to soothe you at the same time. So she really is a part, and she really sees what's going on in your life, and she wants to help you. She is telling me to tell you that the person that you were just with was not for you. It's a lesson that you have to work through, and you actually have to do the work and work through it so you don't pick the same partner again. But she's really comforting your daughter, and she's running her hands and trying to break up the little knots and the kinks in her hair while she's sleeping. So I hope that brings you a lot of comfort because she's really a part of you. I hope you're still here.
If not, somebody will tell her.
Yeah.
All right, guys, it's 9:15. Let's start to wind it down. If there's any, I don't know. Looks like everybody got most of their questions in. Again, if you didn't get your question answered tonight, definitely tune in for the next one. We'll be doing more of these. We also do group readings via Zoom. So if you're interested in becoming a sitter, I know tonight's kind of these live events are challenging for us because we're pulling, messages just working with the chat room. So it definitely has its challenges, but when you come meet with us on Zoom, it's a lot more straightforward. We read you as a group, and it's a blast. So, but again, if you don't want to connect with us in the group, we'll always be back here for more. So please don't hesitate to reach out to us. You know, if you have any questions or need help with anything. You guys got anything before we go?
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to thank everyone for coming, and Alana, yeah, best of luck. It's awesome.
Janai, I wanted to tell you your grandmother is in the room with your baby, and I know the baby's next to you because she says she's not in the room. She's like, don't play. She's not in the room. So that means that you are sleeping very close to your child, she's telling me. And she says that when you're resting, which is not often, she is soothing your baby. So if the baby's looking up and around, that's her.
Thanks, Renelle.
Gracias, Mary.
Thanks, Renelle. Good to see you, Paula. Thank you so much, you guys.
No, yeah, there we go.
Paula, hang in there, okay? Things are sorting themselves out for you.
Hi, Brianna. She wants your attention, Heidi. She's your biggest.
Hi, Brianna. What's up, girl?
And before we go, Heidi, do you just want to give us some closing statements on like eclipse season is coming up, right? So there's going to be some extreme energies coming our way.
Yeah. Okay. So anyone still on? Okay. So there's some really big things coming up with the astrology. We're going to have, as of this Saturday, when Mars goes into Scorpio, we'll have Scorpio in rulership with the sun in Mars. I'm sorry, in what am I trying to say? In Scorpio. Sorry. I'm so tired. Okay. Mars and sun will be in Scorpio as of this Saturday. That's awesome news because it means that all the energies that have been, the planets have either been weakened or retrograde. We're pulling out of that. But then what's going to happen is we have to prepare for 2 eclipses and for the last Saturn-Uranus conjunction square at the end of December. So here's what's going to happen. November 4th, we're going to have a new moon in Scorpio. And if you have not been putting the work in, what universe has been asking you to work on, it's going to shake things up wherever Uranus is. Okay. So look, you know your chart, look where Taurus is, but it's going to be a good new moon, but you need to put the work in and just know some area of your life, there could be just a little bit of a surprise. 2 weeks later, we're going to have the first eclipse in Taurus with Uranus, and you're going to get a partial lunar eclipse. Okay. So that's a new way of thinking, a restart with your thinking, with your emotions, probably having to do with your health and money, even like your voice, speaking your truth. And then we're going to have a total solar eclipse December 4th in Sagittarius. And that's going to be a big deal. All right. So that's, you know, your vitality, that's your life force. That's a real start. But here's the crazy part. The next couple of weeks after that, we get the final Uranus-Saturn square. Now, if you have been paying attention and the universe has been saying, hey, you need to work on this in your life. You need to work on your abilities. You need to get out of this toxic relationship. If you've been honoring all that, this final square will be easy for you. But if you have not, the universe is going to give you a little bit of a smack because at the same time, Venus is going to be with Pluto in Capricorn and go retrograde. So Venus is going to pass Pluto 3 times. Now that either is going to be great wealth, great fortune, great transformation, or it's going to be the other where Pluto is just going to mess things up with things. So put the work in, guys. Meditate. Try to pay attention what the universe is telling you so you are at the higher vibration instead of ignoring it, and the universe won't shake you up a little bit. But here's the great thing. I want to end on a good note. Jupiter will go into Pisces at the end of December, and that's amazing because that's going to bring a lot of closure to COVID. It's going to bring a lot of good fortune to us. And in April, mark your dates, in April, Jupiter, Venus, and Neptune will all be in Pisces, and it will bring you so much good fortune wherever Pisces is in your chart. So that's my
Give me some of that, huh?
So April, we want to get to 2022, and then you want to get to April of 2022, and that's my advice to everybody. Okay.
So why? Wait. It's Halloween. We can't leave without one ghost story. One ghost story for these Halloween people that joined. Who's gonna give it, Mark? I know you have a
Oh
million
boy,
stories.
I don't know. I got some. I do have a couple. I'll talk about one. So I used to be into ghost hunting, like paranormal investigations, and so I was stationed at the time. I was in the military. I was stationed in Iraq, in Kuwait, and I left Iraq. I was in Kuwait at this point, and there was this building that was partially finished, and they started construction on it back during like around the Desert Storm, early 90s. So I was there in like the mid 2000s, like 2003 or 4 or something like that. And so I was into the paranormal investigations, and I heard that there were several Kuwaiti officers and military men that were executed in this building. And the
Oh,
reason why it was still partially constructed, because they had walls, they didn't have a part, so it's roofs on part of it. It just looked like a building that people just stopped building. And it was, so every time they started construction again, weird shit would happen. And like power tools would go off by themselves, and hammers would get thrown, and people were getting injured on the site. So me and a couple of my friends, I persuaded them to go over there and take a look, and we went there, and it was really really, the energy was so bad in that building, and there were spots, there were parts of the walls where there were bullet holes still in the block, the CMU block that they
oh,
had erected. So, I mean, this whole area it just had the worst energy. And this is like back in my military days. So this is prior to me really like focusing on developing these skills. It was awful. We were in there for about maybe an hour, and then finally everybody was just like freaking out. I didn't get any photographic evidence, nor did I see anything, but the overall feeling of dread was overwhelming, and we had to
were
get the hell
there,
out.
Mark, was it like thick? The air was thick, and were there cold spots?
Oh yeah, it was in the middle of the summer, right, in the desert. So it didn't like in the summer months, like it was usually about 130 during the day. So even though it was like colder at night, it was still pretty warm compared to standards over here. It just had this like shitty feeling the whole time we were in there. I kept seeing things like like the shadow people that people usually see a lot of the
Yeah,
time. You go
yeah.
to look there and there's nothing there. I kept seeing shit in my peripheral vision. The people I was with was just feeling awful, and we just had to get out of there. But I did a lot of the paranormal investigation stuff like earlier on in my life, and that was one of the creepiest places I've been. So it's always funny whenever I would meet like paranormal investigators, and everybody would be talking about their different spots they've investigated. Like I've done investigations in New York, Gettysburg, various Rhode Island, Connecticut, of course, but not many people can say they did a paranormal investigation in Iraq and Kuwait.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
You're the original Ghostbuster. Look at you.
I heard something interesting. Let me tell me what you guys think of this. I heard someone explaining that most people don't see a ghost head on. You see it in your periphery because when we are wired so that when we're looking straight, it's like consciousness, you know what I mean? We're focused on the now, but on the periphery, we can see things that aren't in our focus. So when we turn to focus on it, it takes away from us being able to see it if you're not open, like if you're not clairvoyant. What do you guys think of that?
Well, I see them always, but yeah, that makes a lot of sense because like you're zoning a little when you're looking from the side. It's like you're going this way, so you're zoning out. So that makes a lot of sense where you would see it.
And why it disappears when you turn your head to focus on it.
It happens in a split second. The first time that I saw a full body apparition, I was in middle school here in Connecticut, and we had just moved into a new home. It was literally our first night, and me and my brother were up really late, and we were watching TV and just messing around. It was like 3 or 4 in the morning, and at the time where the TV was placed, it was right next to the staircase, and I saw a man standing there at the foot of the stairs in my peripheral vision. I mean, it wasn't that far off from where the TV was. It was maybe like 2-3 feet. And I turned my head and looked right at it, and I saw it it was like a split second. And you're right. You see it clear in your peripheral vision, but once you focus your gaze onto it, it's gone. It's just like looking at
Yeah.
aura. Like when you see someone's aura, if they're like, I would tell people the same thing. Like try to hold your gaze on something else other than the aura. If you can maintain focus on like the nose or the face, you'll still get a good shot of the aura itself. The same thing goes for spirits. If you're looking straight at it, I don't know how to explain it. It goes quickly. But it also depends on the state of mind whatever state of mind you're in. So if you're in like a sleep deprived state of mind, you have a larger likelihood of actually keeping the focus on it. If the more awake you are, I feel like, or like let's say when you're in the closest to trance that you are, the more likelihood you're going to actually see something, especially paranormal.
Yeah.
Nature.
You'll be like the little voice from Sixth Sense, right? I see.
Oh man, yeah. A lot of the people when you talk about mediums and psychics and stuff, a lot of the people think it's kind of like that movie, but I hate to break it to everybody, it's not quite that terrifying.
Well, speak for yourself, mister.
Well, Colleen,
you've been seeing me since I was a kid. Yeah, I'm scared, you know.
Well,
I learned to transmute that energy and understand it.
But it's not like actually, like it's not standing in front of me dripping with blood and like a knife in its hand. You know what I mean? It doesn't come to me like that, you know?
Oh, me either. But again, that's all in your intention. Sometimes I get scared running up the stairs or walking to the basement still, and I know there's nothing here. It's just that feeling. I had an interesting thing the other day. I was looking out of my bedroom door because I seen something right there, and I felt like it was a male energy, but this thing was like all black, and it was kind of hunched, and it walked right past the door.
Hunched?
Yeah, like a little hunched over. Yeah.
Oh, like Quasimodo.
Kind of. And it walked fast enough that I went like, what the hell was that? I felt like it was, I didn't feel like it was a female or anything like that. I do feel like it was like masculine energy. And I was just like, okay, today I'm going to say some prayers because I don't know what that thing was. She's saying, do you believe in demons? I don't want to believe in anything that can come to me, but you believe in those elementals, girl. You keep believing in those because they're very real.
I think there's negative energies. Demon is just another label. It could be jinn, demons. I mean, there's so many different names you could put on it, but at the end of the day, I do believe that there are lower vibrational entities that exist on various planes. Like the astral plane, for instance, has quite a bit of creepy looking energies that are just roaming around looking for people to connect with. And it's like, I think I've said this a couple different times. It's not like a slasher movie where Michael Myers or Jason or Freddy Krueger is hiding in your closet with like a knife or anything like that. A lot of the times these lower vibrational energies, when they latch onto you, they're going to create havoc in your life. They're not going to kill you. They just want to steal your essence and your energy and just kind of screw things up for you. So a lot of people with drug abuse issues, just a lot of problems in general. Like it's probably because they have some kind of dark entity attached to them.
Well, but the key element there though is, well, remember Althea taught us that there are just as many high vibrational energies as there are low vibrational energies. But what's really important to remember is that the lower energy has to bring your higher vibration down to meet it. It can't go up. So it's important you stay at a higher vibration than these dimensional beings that are working at a lower energy field, right?
Yeah, I agree with that because you get to a certain point where you're so high vibe, like nothing can touch you. I'm sure there's some things that could touch you, but the chances of something like that finding you is probably slim to none if you're already like living your best life in that regard.
Yeah.
Oh, that movie, April, that movie Insidious, it was like not some like, it was such a low budget movie, but holy shit, was that a scary movie? Like, and I think it messed people up because astral projection is not like depicted in Insidious. Mm-hmm. Insidious, like it leads people to believe that if you astral project, which I believe everybody does almost every single night, you just don't realize it or remember it. But your body cannot be taken over by some other entity. That's what the whole point of Insidious was, that people can take over your body when you leave it. That is not true. You're connected by a silver cord. You're always connected to your body, so nothing can steal your body. So don't ever be worried about that. Astral projection is perfectly safe, and Insidious did a really good job of freaking people the fuck out.
Yeah. So Alana, just real quickly, this is my opinion. Colleen and Mark may have a different opinion. But in my opinion, you're not going to these darker energies. If you are new to this and you are a bright, shining light on the astral realm, they're coming to you because we have been going through a spiritual warfare and they've been trying to pick off light workers. So it's very important that you learn how to shield. And if you're seeing them in your mind's eye, you need to be shielded and tell them to get away from you. You could call in the angels.
You ban this guy.
Mm.
Got a troll.
Hey, we're official. We got a troll. Right on.
Hey, little trolly.
Hey, troll.
Oh, yeah, he's trying to get everybody else to contact them. Do not accept his request.
But yeah, I'm gonna just some considerations. And actually, you're right. You're in the great field, right? So, Mark, what are some crystals she could use to protect herself, like black tourmaline and all those?
Well, you guys already know my go-to. Moldavite is one of the most protective stones out there, but it's expensive, so we're gonna put that off to the side there. But if you have enough money to buy some Moldavite, it is incredibly protective, and it will block you from some negative shit. But yeah, tourmaline is really good. Also, black obsidian is also very protective. But this is also giving me a chance to talk about a much less discussed stone. It's one of my favorites. Also, I carry with me whenever I see it sitting there. It's called numinite, and it's essentially, they call it the Sorcerer stone, and it is ancient as hell. Like, it's some of the oldest like gemstone on the planet Earth. It's been around for a long time, but it is incredibly protective against dark energy. So if you ever get a chance, you go to one of those little head shops or crystal gemstone stores, go grab some numite. You will not regret it. If you could be like Gandalf from the Lord of the Rings.
That's cool. I want some of that. Do you have some of that?
I have some numite, yep.
So send me a picture. I want to see what it looks like.
I could definitely do that. It's like black and it has red speckles in it.
Wow.
That's it's cool. Very cool. I want to say it's a stone that comes from Greenland or somewhere up there. And it's just really, really old. So it has some like ancient like strengths to it. So I'll send you a picture of it, but it's a very cool stone. It's very protective. I put it up there like right next to like Moldavite as far as like protective capability. Yeah, we had our first troll. That's pretty sweet.
That is awesome. I'm so
excited. That's because we stayed on and we're talking about official.
Yeah. You made official to get a troll.
She's got both, guys. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, she's gonna have it. She's gonna start digging for it. She's gonna have a bunch of stuff. Very cool. Very cool. April, you are Harry Potter. April's probably the only kid back in the 90s or whenever Harry Potter came out. When did Harry Potter? It's 2000.
Harry Potter came out. Shit. I mean, that had to have been like back when we were in like high school. When I was in high school.
Man, she was the only kid that I know that loved Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas and Harry Potter, and we used to call her a nerd. But hey, look, it's in fashion now, and everybody likes this stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're doing about Harry Potter. When the first movie came out, I think I was at a point in my life where I was like, that shit's lame.
98.
It's like a children's book, you know? But then as they kept coming out with movies, it just got better and better and more mature, so to speak. So then I went back and watched the first movie, and I was impressed. Very, very good. Harry Potter kicks so much ass. I mean, but, you know, anyways, Heather's getting
Well, wait, can you ask Heather if I can tell one story? I've got a good story.
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
So, as you guys know, the kids suite, the kids area, my maternal grandparents hang out with them, and my dad's in the house too. So my kids know we've got spirits here, and I finally got a couch where all four of us can fit. It's a huge sectional, and we can all kick back. And the first night we had it, we're laughing, we're having a great time. And Abby, Eleanor, and I, all the same time, looked over at the stairs because there was something there just watching us having a great old time. And I'm pretty sure it was either my dad or my grandparents, but
it was your oh my God, I'm getting all these weird messages. It was your grandfather.
Was it my grandfather? I knew he was happy that we were.
Yeah.
He loved family. We had a huge family.
That's what it was. He was very excited, and like that warm feeling in your heart where you see your family together. Yeah. He was admiring you guys from afar. It was your grandfather.
Thank you. Nice. But it was funny how the girls and I all at the same time, we just went, and we knew somebody was there. And we knew it was positive, but it was really cool. So
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. 3 people can encounter like an energy like that. That's pretty sweet.
Well, my girls and I were doing psychic exercises together at night.
Nice.
Wow.
So we're having fun with it.
Wizards in training.
Wizards in training. That's
Little
right.
Harry Potters.
Well, Snow is trained in Harry Potter spells, so we need her to sit. We say, Wingardium Leviosa, and she sits.
Oh my gosh. My sister would love that.
Stupefy is stay, but I don't know.
That is cute. Oh my God. But yeah. Oh my God. This has been so much fun. I love that. We got to share stories and stuff. And
Oh yeah. Well, and there'll be more. So thank you everybody for tuning in. We'll see you guys again soon. And also enjoy your Halloween. However may you practice. I mean, to each his own. We will be dressing up and going for candy and doing it the traditional way. But
everyone will be safe. The energies will be
it's
better.
all about the kids, Mark, and not the parents stealing the candy at the end of the night.
Hey, speak for yourself.
You don't steal your kids' candy. That's a lie.
Oh, I steal my kids' candy.
Yeah.
And helping the kids organize their candy when they get home.
I would totally bring my own pillowcase if it was up to me, but I think that's frowned upon these days. Like a man almost in his 40s, like going around trick or treating. So I dress up, but I dress up as the last couple of years. I dress up as Thor.
I knew you were gonna say Thor. That's the psychic in me, I guess, because I pictured you as Thor.
I have a hammer, right? I got it for Christmas, like a Thor replica hammer. It is glorious. So that's and I got the Thor wig and the outfit. So I go out as Thor.
Mike has the Thor hammer behind him whenever he zooms.
Well, my brother, he has a knockoff Thor hammer. I have a legit Marvel approved Thor hammer.
Your poor brother, you just threw him underneath the bus.
No, that's all right. He used to let me borrow that. We went to the zoo one time. It was like a Halloween at the zoo, and we dressed up, and I was Thor, and he let me use his hammer. So his hammer's good, but it's not as good as the one I got for Christmas. That's it's like the Marvel branded one. So, anyways, what are you guys dressing up as before we hang up?
Dude, I don't dress up.
I'm gonna be a psychic medium.
There you go. There you go. That won't be hard to dress up. You can be a gypsy. You could be like
I'm going to be an astrologer.
You're going to be an astrologer? Okay. So clearly you two are stepping up your games and you're going out there.
Stepping up our game. We're doing it right. It's going to be fun. I'm excited because my neighborhood gives out adult beverages and the big candy bars. So
Stephen Rock is on, guys.
Oh, hi.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
He's a Thor fan.
Good to see you. He's got the best pose.
Oh yeah, I like his. I can't remember what it's called, but
yeah, just look at that.
Oh, great. I like that stuff. It's like a shamanic, journeying kind of tonal.
Totally, the glottal.
Keep it up, buddy.
Very cool.
Oh.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. We're about an hour and a half down. We will be back with more in the future for sure. But thank you. And again, anyone reach out, please do not hesitate to contact us. We'll do our best to help you.
Bye, Stephen. Good to see you. All right.
Throat singing. Cool. That's what he's doing. Very cool.
Throat singing.
Yeah. I'm not yet, at least. Let me practice a little bit more. All right. Happy Halloween. Thank you, everybody.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Bye. Adios.